Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining today's webinar. Transforming Silverlake Banks, Faster, Smarter, Seamless with Newgen. We're excited to have you all from across the banking community with us today. Whether you're focused on digital transformation, operations, customer experience, or compliance, we appreciate you taking the time to be here. Over the past several years, Newgen has built a strong and proven partnership with banks operating on Jack Henry Silverlake, helping them modernize customer journeys, eliminate manual friction, and scale operations, without disrupting the core. In this webinar, we'll walk through how Silverlake banks are leveraging Newgen to deploy multi-channel digital onboarding, account maintenance, lending workflows, and enterprise-wide orchestration. We'll also share real examples from Silverlake institutions to illustrate how these transformations are happening in the real world. With that, let's begin by setting the context for why modernization on top of Silverlake matters now more than ever. Banks are under increasing pressure to modernize, automate, and deliver seamless digital experiences, while still preserving the stability and reliability of their core system. And that balance is not easy to achieve. In fact, many digital transformation projects fail because new platforms cannot establish seamless, consistent integration with the core. What we typically see is broken, or at best, stitched together, architectures that increase complexity, create manual work, and slow the bank down. This is where Newgen has built a unique advantage. Newgen's partnership with Jack Henry and ready-made J-Exchange connectors provides seamless integration into Silverlake. We're not talking about theory here. We've done this repeatedly with banks running Silverlake. Wilson Bank and Trust deployed online and in-branch account opening for both consumer and business, along with account maintenance. Old Second National Bank followed a very similar multi-journey strategy. First American Bank modernized its trade finance operations. The common pattern? These banks didn't rip and replace their core. They layered Newgen on top of Silverlake and used pre-built connectors to accelerate integration, reduce risk, and go live faster. Newgen comes with pre-built integration accelerators for Jack Henry Silverlake, things like customer search, customer updates, account creation, and validations. On top of that, our low-code platform allows banks to configure journeys quickly without heavy IT dependence or core customization. The result for Silverlake banks has been faster onboarding, higher straight-through processing, reduced manual work, and significantly improved employee and customer experience. With that foundation in mind, let's now walk through a few real-world Silverlake use cases. Let's take an example of a deposit account being opened online for a new customer. Newgen provides an omnichannel and intuitive journey for account opening. For existing customers, Newgen retrieves data from online banking systems or directly from Silverlake core banking. The journey delivers exceptional customer experience, including a shopping cart to allow customers to select multiple products for the one application. And the ability to pre-fill a new customer application by extracting data from ID documents. Once all the application details are captured, the customer is presented with the proper compliance verbiage, stating that the bank will be obtaining reports to verify their identity and pull any necessary credit reports. Next, the customer has the ability to read, consent, and download any necessary account disclosures, and continue here to begin their signing process. Once all applicants have signed, the account is now ready for funding, which can be done using ACH, payments gateways, and account aggregators such as Plaid. Once the funding is complete, all this information is sent to the Jack Henry Silverlake using Newgen's J-Exchange connector layer. A new customer ID is created in the core and a new account number is generated and associated with this customer ID. This integration is imperative to deliver a flawless customer onboarding and account opening experience. Newgen's digital account opening solution is amplified with its account maintenance module, which extends the platform for customer experience beyond the initial account opening. With Newgen's seamless integration with Jack Henry Silverlake, all customer services can be handled using Newgen's account maintenance solution. Let's take an example of a customer profile update. Customer profile can be pulled by searching on unique identifiers such as account number, customer ID, and tax ID from Silverlake. Customers are authenticated within the system by the bankers before proceeding with the profile update. Post-authentication, the complete customer profile is pulled from Silverlake core banking system in real time. Bankers can now update the profile with new information. Let's update the last name, email address, and phone number for this customer. Additionally, we can also update ID details if there is a change in expiration date of the driver's license. All the changes on customer profile are recorded within an audit trail, and also highlighted within the system for easy tracking and review. The next step for the banker is to collect the required documents for the profile update. The system presents a required document list based on the type of change requested by the customer. After the data capture and document upload, initiators can approve the request and submit for signatures using standard e-sign applications such as DocuSign. Finally, the maintenance request is approved, and all changes are updated into the Jack Henry core banking in real time. Additional approval steps can also be added within the account maintenance journey for more complex requests. Now, let's take an example of commercial lending use case. Here, we are going to look at how Newgen's system is able to integrate with the Jack Henry core to bring in a business customer and its relationship data. Here, we are going to navigate to our relationship tool and perform a search on one of the customers in the Silverlake system. We will enter a wildcard here and run the search. Once we do that, the system locates the customer. We can retrieve this particular record. As soon as we do that, you can see it has pulled in all of the relationship details from the core system. This is a classic example of enhancing core banking capabilities, where complex relationships can be linked in Newgen platform, while the entity data remains in the Silverlake. Now here, we can see things like the party name, customer number, and contact information. We can also see any in-process transactions and party details. We can drill down further to view all ownership details that have been aligned in the system. So we can see who the owners are, the ownership type, ownership percentage, whether they are primary contact, controlling authority, or an ultimate beneficial owner, and more. Additionally, we can see other information such as in-process transactions and party details. We can also view the organization chart from the Newgen system. Once those details are aligned within the platform, we're able to create a visual relationship organizational overview that clearly displays the structure of the business and its connected entities. Coming back to the main view, we are going to expand on the relationship exposure. Beyond just the parties and the loans, we also have a full view of the relationship level exposure that is pulled directly from Jack Henry Silverlake. This allows us to see details such as the borrower name, the different loan types, the loan balance, interest rate, and other critical loan attributes. All of this provides your loan officers and credit teams with a comprehensive, 360-degree view of the customer's existing exposure, before they even begin reviewing a new opportunity. Now, let's take an example of a consumer lending scenario, where an existing customer information is pulled from Jack Henry Silverlake. All of customer details including personal demographic information, address details, employment and income details are retrieved. Moreover, existing deposits and loan relationships are pulled seamlessly for a holistic view of the individual clients. Later in the journey, once the underwriting is complete, Newgen Lending Platform enables a one-click loan onboarding. Users can generate the loan number via a direct API call to Jack Henry Core Banking. Sometimes core banking platforms are heavily customized, and additional fields are required to be pushed to core for automated loan booking. Newgen is able to capture such fields which may not be part of loan, as shown on the screen. Once these fields are entered, loan is easily booked from Newgen's system automatically. Users can also manually book or rebook the loan, if required. Before we conclude, we want to highlight a major advantage that Newgen brings to all Silverlake banks. And that is Newgen's participation in Jack Henry's vendor integration program. This membership ensures banks get faster time to market, lower implementation risk, and complete ownership of integration from Newgen. First, as a VIP member, Newgen has exclusive authorization to use the JChange API layer. Without VIP status, no vendor can use Jack Henry APIs, which often results in fragile, stitched-together integrations. With Newgen, banks get true straight-through processing, enabling real-time, two-way data exchange with Silverlake and other Jack Henry systems. Second, our J-Exchange integrations are proven, tested, and validated by Jack Henry, covering customer search, account creation, loan booking, disbursement, and more. This drastically reduces project timelines because Newgen provides Jack Henry-ready interfaces and data models right out of the box. Third, Newgen takes full ownership of integration, so banks never have to coordinate between multiple vendors. Our dedicated Jack Henry Center of Excellence handles updates, support, and ongoing enhancements proactively. And finally, with regular access to Jack Henry roadmap updates, Newgen keeps your solutions future-ready, staying fully aligned with upcoming core changes. In short, Newgen's VIP membership gives Silverlake banks a safer, faster, and future-proof path to transformation. Thank you all for joining today's webinar. We hope you found the session insightful. If you have any questions, please feel free to submit them in the chat, and we'll do our best to respond. For further information or inquiries after the webinar, you can reach out to Newgen directly through our website. We look forward to connecting with you and helping you explore how our solutions can support your goals. Thank you once again for your time, and have a great day.